Mr. R wanted us to learn an IKEA chestnut from his 4th period chemistry class.
And I, Jasmine Costa, have learned to a B level.
And I've learned to a B level.
The following concepts from the first 12 chapters of our chemistry book. This is not an inclusive list, but my selection of concepts from each chapter that I'll remember. In Chapter 1, Intro to Chemistry, I learned the difference between pure chemistry, which is the pursuit of chemical knowledge for its own sake, versus applied chemistry, which is research that is directed toward a practical goal or application.
In Chapter 2, I learned the difference between solid, liquid, and gas.
In Chapter 3, the scientific notation is when a given number is written as the product of two numbers, a coefficient, and 10 raised to a power.
In Chapter 4, Atomic Structure, I learned about Democritus' atomic philosophy, and he believed that matter consisted of tiny individual particles called atoms.
In Chapter 5, Electrons and Atoms, the quantum mechanical model determines the allowed energies an electron can have and how likely it is to find the electron in various locations around the nucleus.
Chapter 6, the periodic table, I learned 3 types of elements, nonmetals, and metalloids.
In Chapter 7, Ionic and Metallic Bonding, I learned that valence electrons are the electrons in the highest occupied energy level of an element's atoms.
In Chapter 8, Covalent Bonding, I learned the polar molecules at the end of a molecule is slightly negative and the other end is slightly positive.
In Chapter 9, Chemical Names and Formulas, I learned the difference between a cation and an anion. Cations are atoms with a positive charge, while anions are atoms with a negative charge.
Chapter 10, Chemical Quantities, I learned the 3 ways to measure matter, weight, volume, and count.
Chapter 11, Chemical Reactions, I learned that coefficients are small whole numbers that are placed in front of the formulas in an equation in order to balance it.
Chapter 12, Stoichiometry, I learned the coefficient of a balanced chemical equation indicating the relative numbers of mole reactions product in a chemical reaction. This is the most important information that is balanced in a chemical equation provides.
Yeah!